SwayamPrabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Dear learners, you are welcome in this course Research and Publication Ethics. Today we will be understanding about the Journal Finder tools and reference management software. My name is Dr. Nirbhay Kumar Mishra. I am an assistant professor at the Institute of Applied Sciences and Humanities, GLA University, Mathura. Before we move further, let's try to understand what we discussed in the last session. So in the last session we analyzed the idea of research publication analytics. We tried to understand how this idea involves the publication preparedness, researchers awareness, and using the journal finders analytics and the other available analytics which can be really beneficial for the research and development. We tried to understand the point of view of the researchers awareness, as it is very important these days because most of the research, as you know, now we are using the online services, online tools and online materials. Then we also try to comprehend the publication preparedness approach. Then I discussed in the idea of manuscript preparation. We analyzed one sample in which we tried to understand what are the guidelines for pre-submission and the submission and the post-submission. We try to understand what are the ethical guidelines that a researcher must take before he submits a script to the journal. So in this way we try to understand what are the public fitness conditions. Then I analyzed through the demonstration UGC Care system in the way it can be utilized as journal finder system. There we observe that UGC has developed two different groups of journalists where we can successfully search all the journals, important journals from the humanities, management and the sciences. And then we try to understand how the group list 2 has been connected with the other Scopus, SCI and the Web Science resources to ensure the standards and the authenticity of those journals. Then we try to understand the JANE software, which is Journal Author Naming Estimation, and we analyzed how JANE gives the reach to a researcher to analyze with the different possible analytics, and by using those analytics a researcher can be benefited in terms of finding the articles, finding the journals, searching about the open access journals, and then even a researcher can search the case studies, triage, patents, all sort of resources can be discovered through the JANE. So today after this session learners will understand how to use journal finder softwares. In that discussion again we will try to understand what are the journal finder research analytics that involves in the finding the journals, right? We will try to learn the process, okay, and then we will try to understand the useful and significant journal finder tools. In this way we will be analyzing the Springer journal finder, Elsevier journal finder. We will try to understand the SAGE journal finder and the SAGE practices to retrieve the inappropriate papers, okay, through the journal finder system. Then we will be analyzing PubMed Central also. That's a wonderful resource for all those who are working in the scientific and the medical science domain. Then we will move to understand IEEE Explore. So researcher will understand these all research journal finder tools today, and then they will also come to know about the Emerald Insight service, Willy online service, and then they also have the idea to use the Taylor and Francis online service. And in the end we will try to analyze the advanced service also in terms of finding the journals. And then learners will also learn how to use the reference management software, because reference management is, that's very exhaustive exercise in developing any paper or thesis, right? And you have to learn the practices like APA style, Chicago manual style, Harvard style, and the other styles, and it becomes really difficult for a researcher to manage these references. But nowadays, as we know, there are many softwares available online like Zotero, Mendeley, and EndNote. They give you a lot of options to manage your research, and these softwares are really working very wonderful. They manage your thesis, they manage your articles in the way you want, in text citations or bibliography or reference management. So all the learners will today grasp these ideas, how to use Journal Finder system and how to use reference management system. So today we will start with the Springer Journal Suggester. Okay, when we click this site, okay, Springer Journal Suggester, right? I have given the link on the slide. Then you come on this page. Okay, this is the page of Journal Suggester by Springer Nature. So here you can see the personalized recommendation. Okay, and you can find over 2,500 journals, and you can compare in terms of the author choice also, right? So what is the idea of using this journal finder? As a fresh researcher, first you are supposed to go to the website and coming on this page, namely Springer Nature Journal Suggester. Now we'll try to learn how we use this software service by the Springer. So for using this software service, first of all, when you prepare a thesis, right, you must have a title, right, a paper title, and then you have abstract. Okay, so you start only how to find a suitable journal through this journal suggester. You need to have title, you need to have manuscript text, and you need to have some keywords, and you must know the area of research. Okay, even if you have only one thing, it will suggest you some journals, but that doesn't work, because if you have more analytics in terms of the title, abstract, keywords, area, then it can give you the suitability in terms of your targeted journals. Okay, so let's try to understand how it works. I will be taking one sample abstract and title from the PubMed online to tell you how it actually works. So you can also go simply, you can simply paste your abstract and title on this page. I'm just going to find one sample. Okay. So when I click, this, let's come to the PubMed first of all. So let's see, like this is a paper, impact of COVID-19 pandemic on mental health in the general population, a systematic review. So I'm just using this as a sample, right? This is in open access. Okay, so let's first you take this title from here and go to your suggester page. Okay, right. So here you just paste this title first of all, then you can have your abstract. So I don't have abstract, you must have the ready abstract that we have prepared for your paper publication. So you can just copy and paste that abstract. Okay, so here I'm copying this abstract, right? So now we have two things done, manuscript title and the abstract. Now let's select the area. As this is a COVID-19, so of course we are selecting the area medical science and medicine and public health. We can select, right? You can select in terms of your choice of the research. Like if you are working in the humanities and social sciences, you have to select that area. You are working in the management, you have to select that area. Or you are working in the sciences, you have to select that area, right? So according to research area, you have to justify this area segment. So you have now here, you can see, first you have to paste the title, then abstract, and then you have to pick the subject area. Okay, And you can even go further, even this work, look, if I just click suggest journals, right, see, it's giving the list of journal, right. Now you can see it provides you a list of journal, like, in terms International Journal of Mental Health and Addiction, BMC Psychiatry, BMC Public Health, Globalization and Health. So you see a very extended list over here. Okay, so number of journals Springer's suggester will provide you that you can target. Now try to understand. I mean, even if we go with the refine your recommendation, I will be discussing these analytics. Okay, I will be telling you what are these analytics, right? And you must know these analytics in terms of ensuring the standards, quality and timeline of your publication. But let me go through. If you paste three things here: title, manuscript text and area. If you refine your recommendation, right, you click on this option. Now if you want the other analytics, like if you want minimum impact factor, let's say if you want minimum impact factor, let's say 1, okay, and minimum acceptance rate if you want, right. And I will be discussing these all analytics further. If you want minimum acceptance rate, let's say 12%, right, and minimum time to first decision, that's time, okay. If you want minimum time, let's say 3 months, okay, and here you want 12% is the acceptance rate. And if you want indexing services, like if you want Scopus, okay, here you see the indexing services are given here. So Google Scholar, let's say if you want Google Scholar, right, and if you want even more indexing services like Scopus, if you want, right, you can select Scopus. If you want other services like SAI, SciMago, you can select the SciMago. Okay, now you go and click again. You have another option that is called View. So here you have 3 different types of journals, right. You can select without any prefix, like any journal, open access or paid access, subscription based, or you have a choice. You can find all journals, or you can find open access journal, or you can find subscription based journal. So if I click suggest journal right now, okay, so you see now you have used your journal finder analytics. You used the acceptance rate, you used the impact factor, and you used the indexing services, right. So now all the journals are in terms of your analytics factors, right, your demanding factors. Like you see, all the journals are more than one impact factor, at least more than one impact factor, because you have chosen one as impact factor and you have given the time also, right. So all the journal you see are 47 days, 67 days, 8 days even, right. So look, the first decision it shows. So now I am telling you these all things, how to use these analytics, okay. But when you go in the refine search recommendation, right. So now look what we have selected. First of all, minimum impact factor 1, minimum acceptance rate is 12, minimum time to first decision 3 months, okay. Indexing services Google Scholar, Scopus and SciMago, and we search the old journals, right. So now first of all let's try to understand what are these factors, okay. So and why they are important in the development of the research. So when you see that first journal, International Journal of Mental Health and Addiction, impact factor is 3.836, okay. Suppose you have to submit a paper and there is a criteria of impact factor that you have to have impact factor more than 1, okay. Then you selected 1 as impact factor. And if you want that you want a quick publication, let's say you want to fix the publication time, okay, because time matters, okay. Then suppose you have to submit your thesis within the 1 year and you want 1 or 2 publications. So you fix here time, right. So as we fix the time 3 months, now here you can see 71 days is time, okay. And then we fix the acceptance rate minimum is 12%. Now it's showing acceptance rate is 24%. That means out of 100, 24 papers are accepted or so. So even if you want some further details, you can click the journal homepage, right. And here you can see all the details are given here. And I advised you also yesterday, when you target a journal, very first thing, you must understand the aims and scope of the journal. You must read it very carefully. What is the aim and scope of the journal before you target the journal? Are you targeting a journal? You must read aims and scope. Accordingly, you have to prepare your article for the publication. Okay. So now let's try to understand the further this journal finder analytics. Okay. Yes. So I will be telling you some analytics. Okay, here. So now when you go here, and if you want open access journals, okay, those who don't charge any fees, so you click here open access journal. Now it will suggest you the journals which are open access, right. So like BMC Psychiatry is open access journal, impact factor is 3.63, first day decision is 61 days, acceptance rate is very higher, 36. Okay. So if you want your publication, okay, so you can choose the minimum impact factor 1, okay, and then less time, if you even if you can fix 1 month. Okay. Suppose if you want your publication first decision within 1 month, you can fix here 1 month, whatever you want. If you want more acceptance rate, like 40% acceptance rate, okay, then you can fix it over here. If you want impact factor, let's say 1, you can keep it 1, okay. And if you want index services, okay, and then you search. Okay. Now, so here we have the journal. So first important thing is the impact factor. Impact factor shows the repetition of the journal, right. So it's a very important thing. And then second important factor that affects your publication process, that is the time period, okay, manuscript turnaround. So the editor's first decision comes in 61 days, okay, almost it takes around 6 to 7 months, and then acceptance rate also, right. So these are important factors which a researcher must know when you go to publish your paper. So Springer Journal Suggestor has these all analytics to work for you for finding a suitable journal for you, right. So it works with the manuscript title, it works with the abstract, and it works with the selecting area. We have already selected public health. Okay. So this is one example how it works. Okay. So you can even if you want to find the other field journals, okay, then you can give a different manuscript, okay, and we will be doing with the management research also in the different journal finder services. Okay. So for this these are the important areas. Again, if you go to the, if you remind your recommendations again, okay, and if you want all journals, right, then again click the suggest journals and you will find the all journals, okay, open access and the subscription based. Okay. So here you see all the journals are coming here, right, and you can also come to know about the idea of the open access by following the journal page. So it is the Springer Journal Suggestor. Okay. 3-4 analytics are very important: impact factor, period time, and acceptance rate. So now we will move to another journal finder service. Okay. So we just analyzed this Springer Journal Suggestor. It totally depends which publisher are you targeting when you target a journal. Like you are targeting Springer, or you are targeting Emerald, you are targeting Elsevier. So here I am going to discuss all the important journal finder services so that you can get aware with this all publication and journal finder services. So let's go further. Now let's discuss about the Elsevier journal finder. Okay. So when you click this, you are on this page, journal finder Elsevier. Okay. So most of the things are same, only some analytics are changed over here. Okay. So again, you are supposed to use the paper title, okay, paper abstract, keyword, feed of research. So here you see the one more analytics is available, that is in terms of giving the keywords. So now we'll take some other field abstract. Okay. Let's say right. So, I am just taking the example of the management paper for the all scholars who are doing research in management, as I did with the PubMed earlier with the Springer Journal Finder. I used the paper from the public health. So, first of all you copy the title as we did the last time. So, you need to learn, these are very simple steps. Okay. So, going again on this page. Okay. So, here you paste this first of all title, then again you copy the abstract. Look, I am using it as a sample, I told you, right. You have your ready title and the abstract. Okay. So, you have to ready with your at least title, abstract and keywords in order to find a suitable targeted journal, right. So, here I paste this abstract is ready. Now, we take the keywords. You must know the keywords, at least 4 or 5 keywords you must prepare while you are preparing a manuscript, and you must understand your keywords should be unique. They should not be repeating the title. That is the suggestion for all the fresh researchers, that if you are using any keyword, right, it should not, any term you must not take from the title, right. So, here you see digital transformation. Okay. So, it is a wide, you have to unique keywords that will enhance the data search, okay, for all the readers. Okay. So, here we just copy it, these keywords. Okay. Let me, yeah, and we are pasting over here. So, 3 things you must have ready with finding journals on the Elsevier site. Okay. First is paper title, then second is paper abstract, third is keywords. Okay. And then you have to select the field. Okay. So, of course, we have taken this paper from the management research. Okay. So, we are going to business management and accounting sections. It depends on you. If you want to, if your abstract belongs to art and humanities, you have to select art and humanities. If it belongs to economics, you have to select the economics. If it belongs to psychology, you can select the psychology, and you can select the social sciences. If it belongs to medicine, you can select the medicine. Likewise, you have all the categories. When you scroll down, you will find your selected area of the research or the targeted research paper, right, and you can choose accordingly from the here. So, as we are taking this abstract from the management research, so let us fix this with the management category, business management and accounting. Now, when you have field of research, okay, then you can also include some other fields. Let us say your research is interdisciplinary, right. You are not only working in the management, but you are working in the public health management, right. So, along with this health management, you can also select the medicine. Okay. But first of all, avoid it. Let us search the general search. Okay. And then if you normally search, okay, with these all analytics, okay, you see a journal list is given here, and here you see that the analytics used are more number of analytics are used by the Elsevier, right. So, see, managing digital transformation during re-internationalization trajectories and implications for performance. This paper is already published. So, even though I have used as a sample, you can see there are suggestions like Journal of International Management, cite score is 6.1 that I told yesterday. It is about the citations of the publications in the journal. Impact factor is 4.645, okay. Acceptance rate is 10%, time to first decision is 7 weeks, time to publication is 17 weeks. Okay. Now, you see the subject area business management, recent articles, if you click over here as I clicked, look. Now, if you just click over here, you can find the whole journal page, okay, giving you all important informations like subject area, recent articles, journal scope and benefit to authors. Okay. And then you have also given the links for the author services, okay. And if you click the author services, okay, you will find the all the supporting author services over here, conducting your research, okay, Scopus, Mendeley, and other services. You can also scroll down and find out and read them, okay. So all the services you can get here through this option, right. So guide for authors you can read, support center you can read about more about this journal. So these all informations you can get by using this journal finder service over here, right. So let's see, again here you see the publication type, okay. So here you see the both, that this that is hybrid journal, okay. That means it supports both, it supports open access as well as subscription based, okay. So if you click over here, right, if you don't want open access, you want subscription based, okay. If you want open access, you click it here, right, and if you don't want subscription, you click it over here. So what is the category that you want the journals, right? If you want only open access journal, right, so this is the open access journal, right, OA is category, right. Last price APC is $3,070, okay. And this price, you know, we have discussed while discussing the open access publication, this price is charged through the author to make this, you know, paper open access so that readers can freely read. If an author don't want to pay, then he or she can choose this subscription based, you know, facility where reader will be charged, author will not be charged, okay. So this journal is hybrid, allows both subscription and the open access facility. Now here you can see all the categories are there, and it allows you, you know, to use this all analytics, and it gives you number of, you know, good journals over here in terms of your selections using the journal finder analytics, right. So you can see there are a number of journals. If you scroll down, you will find over here, okay, all the important journals it will suggest you, okay. So let's go and learn about how to refine our research, okay, refine our journal finder service. So when we use journal finder service, right, first page, yes, going to again edit your search, okay. So as we see, this is our title, abstract, keywords, okay, and if we want to refine your search, okay, so you can refine over here, like, you know, we refined with only that we want open access journal, right. If we want to refine more about the site score, if you want lesser site score, let's say 1 only, right. If you want lesser impact factor, let's say 1, time to first decision event, you can take, right, only 6 weeks, okay, and time to publication, if you want the quick publication, let's say 16 week or 20 weeks, you can keep it over here, whatever the, you know, need you have, and then again you click, okay. Then you see your now list is very synced, and you have the only one journal, Journal of International Management, which has 6.1 site score, 4 impact factor, 10% acceptance rate, first issue is 7 weeks, and time to publication is 17 weeks. So accordingly, you can use this journal finder analytics, and you can make your selection by using this Elsevier journal finder service, okay. And it give you more options, like you can use the gold open access journal site, Helion, and there are many journals. It will give you the choice and listing available over here. Now after discussing this Elsevier journal finder service, let's move to the other finder services in order to understand what are the other specifications and different analytics they use to provide journal listing. As we, you know, saw that Springer gives the different analytics in terms of providing journals, Elsevier use different analytics. So what is my idea over here using this, you know, 10 important finder services, so that you can be aware of using all the, you know, analytics, and you can make your selection very well. You can learn from the, you know, fresh researcher's perspective, okay. Sometimes your target journals are from the specific publishers like Elsevier, like Springer, like Emerald. So I am giving you brief idea about all important journal finder services. Now let's go to understand about the Sage Journal Recommender. Yes, now when you open this page, you come on the Sage Journal Recommender. Okay, so here you see the same things are there. Okay, so now let's pick the one more abstract from a different area, so that we can have some kind of understanding to different types of journals also in that discussion. Now let's pick the subject area from social science. Let's take one any one paper, okay, from here like this. So you want first of all thing is that is the title of this paper, and you are ready with your title while you search for these journals using the journal finder services. So here we paste this title first of all, then you are ready with your abstract. So just copy your abstract and then paste here in this section. Okay. Now you can select the subject area as we have selected from the social science. Okay. It depends on your area of research in which you are writing your paper or thesis. That's your area of research, and here you see the number of areas are here. If let's simply read allied health, anthropology, biomedical, cardiology, dentistry, education, family sciences, gender studies. Okay, so let's fix the gender studies. Okay, now you have another option over here, that is indexing, and you can select the multiple indexing, and again it depends on the your choice of indexing or your institutional requirement, what indexing they follow, your university follows, that you can pick up over here. Suppose you pick the indexing, let's say Scopus, okay, and you can again pick the indexing like PubMed also, and you can have the multiple indexing over here, and Directory of Open Journal DOAG also, and all Sage journals. First let's click the all Sage journals, okay, and then see the recommendations. So here you find the results, okay, most relevant first, okay, they are most relevant first, okay. So here you see the number of journals like Feminist Review, Sexualities, Gender and Society, European Journal of Women's Studies, Men and Masculinities, Feminist Theory. So you have this all selections, okay, here, and you see the impact factor, and here you can see the the important things like indexing is given here, relevant articles are also given here, right, and book reviews are available over here, and you can read also the submission guideline by following this page. So you will see all the policies, publishing policies you can access over here. They are very important, as I discussed yesterday. These are important, guidelines are very important when you submit a journal, right, you must read before you submit, okay. So this is the one way of using this criteria. Now if you want to publish in a gold open access journal only, right, so you click this gold open access, right, and if you want subscription, then you click the subscription. When you click all, you find all the journals in different categories like gold and the subscription, but when you click the gold, then it will give you all the gold access journal, right. So here we don't see journals from the gold open access. So when we click subscription based, yes, let's find journal is coming downside, no result for this search, okay. So when you click this subscription journal, then you have the results. So, yeah. So, these are the subscription based journals. Okay. So, you can see over here. So, this is the way you can use the this Sage journal recommender, and there is one more. Okay. Find relevant journals for your manuscript, verify against aims and scope, and submit to one directly to use Sage Path service. That is very interesting service over here. Okay. That is known as Sage Path service. Okay. Sage gave you a different service. Okay. So, Sage Path is an article triage site that integrates the majority of your journals in both STM, Science, Technology, Management, and HSS discipline, Humanities and Social Sciences. Editor refers submitted manuscripts to Sage Path that are inappropriate, are out of scope for a particular title. Articles are triaged within the Sage Path site and referred or transferred to a more appropriate title. So, here you must understand what I discussed in the last lecture. When you target a journal, first you read the aims and scope of the journal, so that your paper can have the more acceptability, probability of the acceptance and not the rejections. Okay. But even if you submit any paper in the Sage, Sage gives you the Sage Path service where your paper is treated, triaged and referred to the suitable journal. So, here we try to understand how these services are very important. So, these are the these are the services you can utilize by using the Sage recommender, journal recommender. So, here you have to just limit to your keywords. You can fix up with the all the other analytics like the types of journal and the indexing you can fix, and you can find your desired journal. So, here we understood two different services by the Sage Journal Recommender, right? Sage Journals Recommender and the Sage Path service. Now, let us move to the another very important journal finder and open access journal service, that is known as PubMed Advanced Search Builder. Okay. Now, let us come into this PubMed Advanced Search Builder. We will try to understand it, how it works. Okay. So, first of all, you need to select your field, and PubMed journals are basically journals from the medicine, public health. Okay. And there you can find all the articles free, open access journals, right, and quality publications. Indexing is also PubMed. So, here you have, when you click all fields, you have these selection criteria, or you can say analytics. You can find in terms of author, okay, and then book, then you can have the all the date and the editor, fitter, ISBN, journal name, language. These all are the categories available. Subject is also there. So, you can fix it over here, right, in terms of what you actually want. Then let us say if you want to search something over here, right. So, let us use the PubMed again. Yeah, now we have this paper, right. So, if you just copy this title first of all, right, yes, just copy from here and you come, right, post over here. Okay. If you search from here, you will find over here. So, you can find the paper, title, everything from here. Okay. And not only this, PubMed service allows you to give more similar articles also, so that you can have the extended list of the research papers. Okay. And if you want to find the journal, if you want to use this service as a journal finder, right. So, you go in the field, okay, select the journal, okay, and enter a search item. Let us say public health. So, you see you have the range of journals it gives you over here. If you simply see, you have the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health, American Journal of Public Health, PMC Public Health, American Journal of Public Health and the Nation's Health, the Southeast Asian Journal of Tropical Medicine and Public Health. And if you just search, you have the here all the available articles here, right, and this is a huge range of articles you can get if you select journals or the title. So, here you see 711 articles are available, and all the articles you see, they are open access available, right. So, that is wonderful service, PubMed as a journal finder service. Okay. So, when you use the advanced, now you have the advanced service. Okay. So, here you see you can have the all kind of search action details query over here, and you can select from the field and you can search the term, enter the query box and just search. You have the all suitable result from the PubMed. You can use PubMed as a journal finder service, and you can use finding the articles for the development of your research. After discussing PubMed, how we can use it as a advanced journal finder, let us move to IEEE service, publication recommender. Let us see how it works and what are these different characteristics and specifications. So, here we on this page IEEE publication recommender. So, they have a different analytics. Okay. So, it covers first of all both periodicals and conferences. Okay. So, you can make this category also, periodicals or the conferences, but for the extended research you can go with both. So, the data will be extended in terms of your search, right. So, let us select the other categories over here to use this IEEE publication recommender. So, you can select, in order to extend the list, you can select both periodicals and conferences. Okay. Same process we have to follow for using almost all the journal finder services as we have done earlier also, right. So, we will be again selecting one abstract over here. So, IEEE is mostly about the engineering quality journals. So, let us take one paper from the IEEE. This time we are taking the article from computer science. Okay. Okay. So, let us take this this as an article. Okay. So, first we will take this title over here, just copy the title, and yeah, here you can paste the title first of all, right, and see, you can have the complexity theories involved over here, you can have the suggestion coming over here for the conferences downside, and you have also suggestion for the periodicals, and topic is also given the complexity theory. Now, again you can select the abstract. Okay. So, as a researcher you are ready with your topic and you are ready with your abstract. I am just using it as for sample. Okay. So, here you can paste your abstract, and now you have the again other more like you want your publication, let us say before you fix 6 months, okay, and any date you can use here, you can use for yourself also, right. So, here you can have the suggestions for the conferences and periodicals were given here. You can scroll down and it will show you more number of queries. So, this is the way you can use. If you know the name of the conference, you can write over here, okay, and if you know the periodicals, you can write here, and you can use the keywords of your article. Okay, if we just simply use the keywords. Okay. So, okay, architecture, let us say topic is computer architecture. And if you want to add the file, we can add the file, otherwise we can simply programming. And now, if you have the title, if you have the abstract, and you fix the date, and you can have the recommendations. Look, now you got the recommendations, okay, right. Here you see the open access journal is available, that is education IEEE transaction on, impact factors given, submission to publication time is also given 43.5 month. Okay. Even if you have the conference, okay, so you can check the conferences over here. Downside, if you scroll down, these are the journals. Upside list, you see the IEEE journals are available according to your selections. Okay. And since we have selected both periodicals and journals, so we get the both results in terms of periodicals and the journals. So, now you can see all the conferences concerning your selection criteria like computer architecture and computer programming. So, you can have the both periodicals and the journals available here. So, you can get the all information by clicking over here, you can get all the information about the journal, right. Everything you can get from here by clicking that page. If you click the page of conference, it takes you to the page of the conference as well. So, this is the conference, okay, it's going to take place concerning your title and selection criteria. So, that is very interesting service, that is IEEE publication recommender for all those who are working in the computer science engineering areas. Let us move to the other finder services. Okay. So, now we will take some other finders briefly, we will touch to Emerald Publishing Find a Journal service. Okay. So, now you are on the page of Emerald, and here you see Find a Journal service is there. Okay. So, you can first filter in terms of your subject. Let us say you choose a subject, right, we are done with the engineering and management. Now, let us move to the another field of the, let us say select the education, right. And now, you have the again here the choice, okay, you have the choice show only journals with open access, okay. So, you can pick the choice also. So, you see the list is coming downside for you, okay. So, any list if you open, right, like this, you are transferred on this journal page. So, Asian Association of Open Universities Journal, right. So, here you see the description, listing, indexing is given here, Scope, DOAJ, Scopus. Aim and scope, by clicking you can read, that is a very important document. And again you have the scroll, you can scroll in field, but here you can check all the indexing services and all other services by using this page, say Emerald. Okay. Here you can find the table of content. So, this is a very easy way of finding any journal by using the Emerald service. Okay. So, yeah. Now, we are back over here. So, here you have two varieties. If you do not click the open access, you have the extended list of the journals. Okay. So, here you see now you have the number of journals in the education field, okay, and you can go through next page, okay, by here, and you can simply go by selecting the journals to read about the other analytics available. Okay. So, here you can see all the analytics available, indexing, ranking, okay, important thing. So, we can simply use this Emerald service by using this Emerald publishing page. So, other journal finder services we will be discussing in the next lecture, while we will discuss about the reference manager softwares like Jotaro, Mendeley and EndNote. So, here we finish. Let us try to summarize what we have discussed in today's lecture. So, precisely we emphasized on these journal finder tools. Okay. So, we learned how to use journal finder tools, what are the important journal finder analytics, how to use them, and we also understood what is the importance of journal finder services in research publications in fixing up the indexing, acceptance rate, time period, manuscript turnaround time period. These are important analytics that we found, and we analyzed today in this discussion about the Springer journal finder, Elsevier journal finder, Sage service, and one interesting thing, that Sage tries service, Sage path, where they treat all the inappropriate articles so that they can be published in a particular selected journal, so appropriate journal, right. And then we also analyzed about the PubMed service, we analyzed the IEEE service, okay, and we discussed about the Emerald Insights. So, that we have the discussion today. So, for today we are stopping over here. So, these are the references, important references that I have used to prepare this lecture. These are interesting references a researcher can use for the development of the research. Thank you.